Oh, yes, sweet Friday. Friday is definitely my high and holy day of the week. You just can't beat it, man. After reflecting a little bit, I figured out what happened to me at that Christmas program. And part of it, is the sweetness of those kids, their, I don't know, sincerity and innocence. And I guess being an uncle is just making me soft. But the other part I figured out is as Jack has tried to start another argument with Hope about religion and all of its evils. I mean, seriously, this guy doesn't get a clue. He's just the most stubborn guy and obnoxious person I've ever met. It was a typical Jack attack. Religion is all about power and control, taking away people's freedom, typical stuff, creating mindless masses, and so on. Hope, on the other hand, listened to him carefully, as if it was like, the first time she had heard any of this before. She listened to him, though I'm sure it wasn't the first time she heard it. And then she explained her view in a way that I don't think I heard it ever before like that. God must not be that interested in power, she said, or control if he sent his son into the world as a baby. I mean, suddenly I got it. I understood what was going on in that Christmas program. I rationally, it makes no sense to me that God would do that. I mean, what kind of strategy is that? An example would be like when my dad would always joke with me when we were playing cards that I put something weak in the attempt to win the hand. He'd say to me, "Don't send a boy to do a man's job." Yet, that is exactly what God supposedly did. He sent not just a boy, but a baby. At the same time, if it's true, I mean, it's totally disarming. I feel weak. I think of my little Gracie and Dylan, how powerless they are. If that's what God is doing, then Hope is right. You can't claim about he's all the power and control. How can you ignore all the vulnerability of it all? The risk and the love. And then Hope said that there's a Bible passage that she loves that describes the character of her founder. I don't remember the exact verse or anything, but it was something about how Jesus, he didn't consider it important to try to prove himself equal with his Father, but instead he made himself nothing and took on the role of a servant and even let himself be born as a human being. I've known that this is what Christians believe, that Jesus was the Son of God, but this angle about servanthood and humility, it is way over my head. This is just new to me. And not just new, but surprising. I never thought about God that could be that way.